Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude, LR4. And this is episode 185. Hyperforce, ready. That is the title of our episode 185. I can't believe it's been we've been up to 185 episodes, guys. Like I said, we are doing these episodes, these webcasts, these episodes and everything, periodically, because we only do it when we have some news. But once once Cosmic Fury premieres, we will be going on our usual schedule every Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. Sorry, candy. We got some nice amount of stuff to talk about. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-host. We got Rick.
Hi.
With two versions of the mini ply and the deluxe version.
Yes.
So how you doing, Rick?
I'm doing all right.
That's good, man.
Unfortunately, I got to work at 6 a.m, so yeah.
So, yeah, guys, as you guys know, I do have a new job. I'm working at a movie theater. I don't know if you know this theater. I'm not going to tell you what the location is, but I can tell you what the name of the theater is. It's the AMC Theater. So I've been getting really good hours. I've been doing really well there. I'm part of the crew, and
He's starting to think that he's a movie buff now.
I've seen a lot of movies. I've been telling people, oh, this one's been really popular. A lot of people have been seeing this one. So, yeah.
It would be bad business to turn around and be like, yeah, this one sucked.
Yeah, this ain't going to win an Oscar.
You don't want to see this one. It's
No, you don't want to see
this one, although it's for children, is actually quite entertaining.
Now, this is not Power Rangers related. I'll just tell you right now. It's Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 came out this weekend. So we had a preview night, as we always do. And it's been pretty crazy. There's been a lot of people seeing it. And oh, my God. I'm just happy that, it's done very well in the box office so far. Super Mario is still out.
When it comes to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it true that they killed Darkseid in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Get out. You spoiled it. You just spoiled the whole plot line, dude. You just spoiled the ending, man. This is so wrong. Oh, wait, that's DC. No, you're good. No, but yeah, guys. So, everything's going well, and, and I've just been really working really hard, and so I'm glad where I'm at right now. And well, Rick, how you been, man?
Exhausted, tired, always in pain, and actually kind of happy.
Oh.
See, earlier in the week, there was a guy that posted on Facebook a sale of some Mini Plus stuff. It was pre-built. It's like, damn, but guy wasn't sure if everything was there. Had a really good price on it. I'm like, you know what? I'll take the gamble. And that's why I now have Mini Plus Zenkaiger.
I can tell you right now, dude.
We got
if they
the
came
robot.
out with
We have the villain robot. We have Juan Down, Majin Zoom, Tukai, and Super Zenkai. And then it came with some Yusho figures in there as well, like all 11 figures. Tukaiger had 2 of him in there, and it's armor. It's like, wow. It was a really good deal. So if you are on the Super Mini Pla Facebook page, a lot of people on there have some really good prices, especially if you're into that.
That sounds cool, man. So, anyway, like I was going to say real quick, can you imagine that one blaster, not the mini ply one, yes, that one, the actual deluxe one. I will laugh if they come out with a memorial edition for that one. Could you just imagine if they came out with a memorial edition?
They probably will not, only because this is a Zord.
True.
It's a gun, yes, but it's primarily a Zord.
Right. Yeah, sorry, guys.
Unfortunately, I don't think they will do a memorial edition of it. But if they did, that thing would be like massive.
So yeah, I'm trying to. My ears are clogged right now. I'm trying to pop my ear and try to clear it up. But so yeah. So let's get into our first topic for this week's episode.
Although they could include a cockpit and little figurines, or a little figurine of Zenkaiger himself that you put in, and maybe they should.
Norfolk would buy it. So let me go ahead and go to this first topic. Let's see. So we got some news. This was like weeks ago from Icon Heroes. They do a lot of pins, a lot of mouse pads, and all that stuff. Rick, you know about that, right?
Huh?
You know about the what's it called? Icon Heroes. They've done a lot of stuff with Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, they sound familiar.
Yeah. Did I buy you the Dragon Dagger? The Dragon Dagger letter opener? Can't remember what I bought you. Or I bought you a pin. I think I bought you a pin from there. So I want to go ahead and show that off before I show this new item that's on there for pre-order.
I'm trying to remember where that got set.
Mm-hmm.
It was set somewhere, so I wouldn't lose it.
Uh-huh. By the way, guys, as you can see, I'm wearing the panel Power Rangers 30th anniversary t-shirt from HasbroPulse.com. If you guys go to our Facebook page and click on one of my mail call videos, you can find the description in that link. You can find the description and you can find the link in the caption on that video. So if you guys want to buy it, they have 2 options. They have many of the shirts on there. This one right here, and then they have a plain black one with just the 30th anniversary logo on it, which I'm planning to buy as well because I love those shirts. And since Ranger Stop is coming up, I need some shirts, Power Rangers related, to be wearing at that convention. So let's see what I got. So Rick can show you. Oh yeah, I know what I got you. Go ahead and show him, Rick. This was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Yes. The San Diego Comic-Con Power Coin pin set.
Do a search
And now when Yeah, when you touch it, does it have like? Are they raised?
Yes.
Okay, so they
I
have
still
all.
haven't actually removed the plastic over them.
Oh, okay. So they have all 7 of them in there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You did not expect that, did you? And because I know that.
No. I do kind of wish that there was an 8th one, which would be the Dino Tribe one.
That would have
But
been awesome.
that is still really nice. I do
But yeah,
think that the backing here is a little off, but like
paper that. Oh yeah, the black
the
part.
little sticky paper thing that they use to hold it together to make it look better.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's
That
pretty cool. That is a pretty cool pin set, isn't it?
yeah.
So let me tell you about the story real quick before we go on to the new item that is available in celebration of the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers item that's going to be shown up here in a bit. So when Rick, Rick, and then Kim, which is one of the admins and co-hosts, well, admin of LR4, a residential Pink Ranger. Funny enough, her full name's Kimberly, and so it kind of works. So
Ran.
yep, and so I got her the pin, the Pink Ranger pin that came with the pterodactyl from Icon Heroes, and then I got Rick the 7 set of the coins because I'm like, and I bought the PMC exclusive 8-pack Ranger pin set that also had the Megazord in there. So I thought that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good thing I had the money for all this. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so let's get to this item for the 30th anniversary. They are releasing a Power Rangers bobblehead set from Icon Heroes. And so that is already in the description. I've been working on this to make sure it's already set up in there so that way you guys can pre-order it. So the price on this on the website to pre-order it, it is $150 shipping calculated at checkout, or you can pay with shop pay for 4 interest fees installments,
Interest
or
free.
interest free. Thank you. That's what I said. Right?
Yeah, you said
Install.
interest fee, and it's like
Interest free.
no.
Yes.
It is free to use the payment system.
Yeah, and also, or from 100. No, I'm sorry. Or like with some payments of $13.54 a month, so you can pay these off. Now it comes in a set. This is an exclusive from Icon Heroes, and it is in a set. You cannot get these individually. They all come in one set. So you'll get all 5 Rangers. You will get red, black, pink, blue, and yellow. So in celebration of the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, I'm surprised they didn't include green. That would be an awesome. Now, if they decide to do that later, maybe a green and white, that'd be awesome. But if you guys are interested in buying this item, it is in the description right now. You can pre-order it, and go from there. So, Rick, what do you think of these bobbleheads?
You said 150 for the set?
Yeah, it's just a set. They don't sell them individually.
Oh. How tall?
That is a good question. Thanks for pointing that out. Let's see. I believe height-wise, dimensions of the bobbleheads, I think it's 8.1 in height, and wide is
I don't care about that. 8.1 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something like to 3.
Probably pretty
4.
solid. Okay.
Are
Are they made of plastic or metal?
I don't know what the material is. Thanks for
Probably
another.
plastic based on the look.
I believe. Well, the weight. It is 1.0 pounds, so it has to be pretty light.
So it's plastic.
Yeah.
And based on the weight, probably not a solid plastic. Like there's probably hollow spots in there.
Well, more likely with the head, because of
Mm-hmm.
the spring in there. So,
Well, yeah. Um, I mean, overall, they look good. The price tag, okay. Appearance, I'd give it A plus. Price tag, I'd give it around a C.
Okay.
Overall display collectability, probably about a B.
Mm-hmm. So you went the alphabetical order, A, C, B, except you went they're out of order anyway. But yeah, I mean, personally, would I get these? Probably not because of not enough space for me. Are these good? I mean, do they look cool? Are they a good little collector's item? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now with my situation and probably Rick's situation, you'd have to try to find a spot for them because with all the figures and all that stuff we've been getting. Yeah, Rick's looking around like, well, that
I am so much out of space. This is game supplies for another game I play.
Yeah, so Rick's gonna have to take out another wall.
I have suggested adding on to the house.
Oh God. But yeah, I mean, so guys, if you're interested, it is in the link is in the description. Yeah. And I got to tell you, Icon Heroes does some really good stuff. They've done some really great pins, as you saw Rick's pin set, and then they have these letter openers, which is the power sword, the dragon dagger. Both, I think they have both different versions. I don't know if they still do. Which was the gold edition one, and then you had the regular edition, and what else was there? And then they had the power dagger, which you could buy both if you wanted to, but
I would need two.
yeah. But all in all, they've got some high quality stuff, guys. With PMC happening in 2024 of August next year, I believe they're. I mean, I would think they would be there. I haven't heard anything, but more likely, I mean, with Ranger Stop happening in November, that'd be cool if they were there too. So, guys, or Ranger Stop and PopCon, which is in June next month. So, yeah. If you guys like collecting pins or, have letter openers or anything for that matter, these are pretty, holy crap. Thing's awesome looking. So, but yeah, like Rick said, and I said, for us, due to space reasons, I wouldn't buy it because of that. But for people that would love to collect these and do have the space, I would say go for it. Right, Rick?
Yeah. I mean, if you have the space and you like stuff like that, bobbleheads, Funko Pops type deal, definitely.
Right. So next up in the topics, we have Super 7 Power Ranger news. And this was revealed, I think maybe last month or the month before. We've got we got a Power Rangers Ultimate figures, or Ultimates figures, the Wave 4. So let's go ahead and show you guys that. So with that, in Wave 4, they're including the White Ranger, the White Tiger Zord in Warrior mode, and then you've got Madame Woe. Yeah. Now, if you guys are not familiar with...
Sad part is Tiger Zord will not transform into the Tiger mode.
Right.
However, if it was Mini-Pla, it would.
So here's a look at them in a group right here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the individual photos of what they come with and all that stuff. I'm not going to show the packaging because it's kind of obvious of how the packaging is going to look the same way that the others looked. So let's start with this one. So here is the White Ranger Ultimate figure. And here is the accessories and all that it comes with. You've got two different head sculpts for portrait head sculpts for Tommy. One in a ponytail, one with his hair down. You got two different, you've got like two versions of Saba and a different version of Saba's head with the laser coming out. And then you've got the little, what are those things called? I know they're Japanese.
The little crystal things that he uses in the Tiger Zord to do the fireball.
Right. And then he comes with
7 of those. He's got the sword of power. Not the sword of power.
Sword of light.
Sword of light.
Yep.
I am, however, surprised on one thing.
What's that?
You know how the Green Ranger came with a shield that looked like the old automorphing shield?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they don't have something similar for White Ranger here. I know that, it's close in design, but the automorphing one, it was a darker gold for it.
Okay. But with what you're getting with this figure, I gotta say, I love that they're including the Sword of Light.
Granted, I think that the reason they didn't include that is that White Ranger shield probably does not detach like the Green Ranger shield does, because Green Ranger shield got passed around, White Ranger never did.
Right.
Which I still say is a missed opportunity, especially since they were filming their own footage.
Yeah, it was one of those things. I guess they really didn't need to do that. And also they include as you were saying about the automorphing. The only thing out of the automorphing figures is they include is Saba.
Yeah.
On the bottom, and then you have the fully.
Although I have to admit, it would have been funny to see the Rangers passing around the White Ranger shield and the actual tiger symbol change to their Dino coin.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. So I see we have 2 viewers. If you guys want to comment along, give your thoughts, we'll pop them up on here. Feel free to ask questions about the topics here. We will
try to be staying on topic. So if you ask us something that does not portray to said topic, we may not fully respond to it. So that is a disclaimer. It is not because we're trying to be rude. It is because some of us have to be up at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And also, we don't
have to be at work. I will actually be getting up like 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So,
and the thing is, we don't have a lot of information on other topics. I'm planning to go back on one topic, which was kind of our rates for Power Rangers Once and Always, where we talk about we do a little deep dive.
Yeah.
Some of the references, some of the lines in there, and all that. But that's not going to be until later. So I'm sticking with.
Or time after.
Oh, okay. We got our one of our admins and our residential Black Ranger and co-host. He wasn't able to make it today because he's only be able to on his phone and his internet's down. So yeah, Ryan has a good point here. Yeah, what is with the non-colored version weapons in the Ultimate series?
So the gray weapons are literally remakes of the old automorphing figure weapons.
Mm-hmm.
The reason they're throwing them in with this is nostalgia.
Right.
Other than that, that's why like the gray Saba actually has that little hole, because the automorphing figures had that little peg for you to push it in on, so that you could have them hold the weapon since they didn't have a closed hand.
And that reminds me, also with them releasing the retro morphing figures, they also had that on those as well, the pegs and all that stuff. And then
Uh-huh.
so, but anyway, we're
Which
going to move on to
those could hold that now too, maybe.
So now we're going to move on to the next figure, which is Madame Woe.
We need her in Lightning Collection.
She'd be awesome. And I can't remember what the name of this episode was. It had her name in it, Woe. And what happened in that episode, she was supposed to capture the Blue Ranger, and she made a mistake and mistaken this one girl that was wearing blue, thinking that she was a Power Ranger.
Yes, because with the Rangers wearing the Ranger color, it made civilians at risk.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, because of the Rangers, me having yellow on here could get me mistaken for the Yellow Ranger.
Me wearing black could mistaken me for the Black Ranger. So I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Even though I'm wearing a red.
You also got the red hat, so that could mistake you for the Red Ranger.
And the fact is I'm wearing a red communicator.
So, that's pretty much a dead giveaway.
They found me.
And based on Zordon's rules, the power will no longer protect you.
So now let's get on to the accessories. So she comes with these hair pieces right here, these little, and some different hands like they have. So that's basically what she comes with.
Yeah. You gotta extend her hair with the rolls to turn around and basically cuff the Ranger in her hair.
Right. And I gotta say though, I do think, and like Rick was saying, this would be a nice Lightning Collection figure. With them still doing Monsters of the Day, or not day, or the Monster of the Week or something. Was that what it was? Monster of the Week?
Well, back then it was pretty much Monster of the Day, depending on if they were running 5 episodes a week or if they were running it once a week.
Right. And
the common term is Monster of the Week, but
I could see, how they release these as deluxe figures. I could see this be released in one of the waves of the deluxe line for Lightning Collection. Yes. I think this would be an awesome figure. Now, with Super 7 releasing this figure, I can't imagine that would be a problem.
No. Super 7's released multiple figures that have been Lightning Collection in the past. So,
right.
I don't see that being an issue since it's
if you think about it, though, sorry for cutting you off there, because they have released Lord Zed. They've released Rita.
Yeah. Although these are 7-inch figures, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a lot bigger than
just like the Monster line was, and they
were like 6.5.
So,
I think they were like 6.5 at that point, but it could have been. You're probably right. They're probably taller, but I mean,
they're definitely slightly larger.
Go ahead.
Might actually be worth just buying this, but Lightning Collection used the monster spot for something else.
True, and I just remembered that they also did release Goldar with the wings and without the wings.
Yeah,
which I don't understand. Why didn't they wait for them to do that as a deluxe figure? That would have been perfect. But yeah.
Because they didn't think of that at the time. When they finally got around to the no wing version, they're like, well, we still have the mold. We still have the mold. Okay.
So next up, we are going to our White Tiger Zord in Warrior mode. And this one includes one of those power coins again, the Tiger power coin, and then the White Ranger minifigure that you can put on top and stuff. It would have been great though if they do release a version of the White Tiger Zord in its tiger formation, and then you would see Tommy going like this or holding Saba like that. That would be awesome.
They will.
And they do,
whether it be next wave or 10 waves from now, they'll do it.
Probably. That's probably true. And I do like that they include the right here, that they include the fireball, the fire attack right here.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got the sword, which is right here, or it's his saber,
His tail.
his tail saber. Yep. And I gotta say, I love the look of these figures, and I'm glad Super 7 does a great job at this. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're more likely going to be seeing Super 7 at PMC next year, so that would be pretty cool. And I like the figures. I mean, if I had the money in the space, I would buy them. But I'm still collecting Lightning Collection. That's all I'm going to say. I haven't bought. Now I'll tell you right now, I haven't bought any of the Zap Lightning Collection, the Zord Ascension Project figures or anything like that, because no room for that. Definitely not. Would I like to own them? Yes. So now here's the thing. Before we get off this topic, I wanted to mention this. So unfortunately, Super 7 has closed the pre-orders for this. So you're not able to get them on Super 7 right now. But I did find another page where you can go, and I did put it in the description. Tokyo Collectibles has these available as a full set for $175. Four interest-free installments, or from $15.80 payment, monthly payments. So the deposit is gone. You can't get that. It's sold out. But you can, they do have the option pay with Google Pay, so this, I believe this will be released. They have the estimate schedule released in February of next year. So if you guys want to buy this full set instead of just trying to buy them individually, you can actually just go to that link and order it there. But Rick, before we move on to the next topic, what do you think of these figures, man?
Again, collectability. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Price wise, it's up there, but for what you get in these, I'd actually put the price point around a B plus, A minus.
Mm-hmm.
Collectability, of course, would be A to A plus. And what was the other category I was grading on before?
Space-wise, maybe? I don't know. Or size or something.
Oh.
Can't remember.
Yeah, well. Overall, definitely, if you have the space and you enjoy them, get them. Yeah. I know, like, there's a few accessories from some of the older ones that if would have been my reason for buying them, even if not collecting.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rita came with the telescope, and Goldar came with the little box for the power coins. Tommy comes with the Sword of Light,
and he also came with the Badges of Darkness. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, again, there's definitely things that are included in these that we would love to see in Lightning Collection. So the fact that they are doing similar but different is great. They are currently only focusing on Mighty Morphin, as we can tell right now.
Yeah, and that seems like it's going to be a factor.
Yeah.
If they decide to continue on.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there's let's just be honest, there's a shit ton of Mighty Morphin. That you can definitely do. I mean, Mighty Morphin ran for a little over 150 episodes?
Something like that. But
yeah, because the first season was 60, the second season was 50 some, and the third season, depending if you count Alien Ranger or not,
Yeah.
Was
Season
in the 40s.
3.5.
So you're at almost 200 episodes. Well,
So,
about 150,
yeah.
170
So
episodes.
let me jump on that.
They have all kinds of options.
Yeah. So let me jump on what you were saying about whether if they decide to move on to other seasons. And that's what I said before. You said that, right? I just want to make sure I got that right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm not saying that they would stop doing this because I mean, Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin. There's like you said, there's a shit ton of Mighty Morphin
They
more
can make
merchandise they
Mighty
can do.
Morphin for years to come.
Right.
And then now with Once and Always, they got even more that they can add in.
Oh yeah, let's not forget about that. Now, like I said, I did talk to the people from Super 7 at PMC last year, and I asked them about that power coin. I said, "Is that something maybe down the line you guys would try to do your own morpher or something like that?" And they said, "Well, since they, I mean, they do collab with Hasbro on what they do, but the thing is, I mean, they don't. I mean, not collab, but make sure to. I mean, how would you say this, Rick?
They got permission for certain items.
Right. So, but these coins are not, morpher compatibility. So, which obviously that's kind of obvious considering, the Lightning Collection morpher has the little metal, the pegs on the coins and all that stuff, but not pegs,
And
the
then
little
Legacy Morpher was Bandai.
Yep. So either way, I mean, these are good collection, and like I said, these were now with back to the price and everything. So that price is from Tokyo Collectibles. That is it's probably a price that they came up with, and the other price for Super 7 is probably different from that.
Not by much.
Yeah. But guys, like I said, if you want to, feel free to order all three of these figures in the Ultimates, in the Power Rangers Ultimates figure line. Go for it. I mean, I think these are cool figures. I wish I could have some space for it. I remember at Lexington when they're at the Ranger Stop and Pop and Ranger Stop booth at Lexington this year, they had the Green Ranger. I was tempted to buy that and give that to Rick or maybe for myself. I don't know, but I couldn't see myself buying it because, like, I don't have the room. You're already buying a lot of Lightning Collection figures, and I'm almost done with the wave. All I need is Zoe for that one, and I'll be done with that wave. So
I need all but Zoe.
I know because I had to tell you about it. I was so tempted not. I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna be honest, Rick. I was so tempted not to tell you. I'm like, Zoe. I was tempted to say, well, I could have had it done right then and there. Because that day I bought Dino Charge Blue, or that weekend I bought Dino Charge Blue. I bought a Putrid. I bought the and then I bought Dino Fury Green.
I almost didn't buy it.
Oh, you didn't almost buy Zoe?
Yeah, just because convention price. But I gave in.
Yeah. Well, now you don't have to worry about looking for her. So
now I just had to look for all the others.
I'll tell you right now, GameStop. My GameStop does have Dino Charge Blue. If you want to pick it up there, or you can try to look at your GameStop and see if they have it in.
Yeah.
So I've had luck finding that there, but I didn't buy it. No, Dino Charge Blue. I said right.
Oh yeah, I believe so. If it's the new packaging, then yes.
Yeah.
Because the only new package single figure I have that's part of a wave is Zoe.
So next up, we're going to get into some Power Rangers Legacy Wars news, which are my co-host and admin and our residential Black Ranger, Ryan. He takes care of the Legacy Wars and all the video games, or mainly Legacy Wars because they don't have anything for Battle for the Grid, which At this point, we might not be getting any more stuff for that. I think they're all done with that, and they're paying attention to more Legacy Wars. But we'll see in the future. We never know. I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's what they're paying attention on. But we have a new villain included to the character roster, and that is
we got a villain now too, huh?
Yep, and that is Boysandra.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
I remember that
from Dino Charge, and it's kind of funny. I don't know if no Sledge is included in there, isn't he?
Yes.
So she has his wife, or
she has her husband to keep.
She has her husband, yeah. So you can play as her character, whether you want to put a trio of villains to go up against your trio of heroes, or a mix and match of heroes and villains. So yeah. I keep this game on my phone, so I can look at the customized skins and everything, so I can take screenshots of them and then put them up here. And speaking of customized skins, I thought this was an April Fool's joke, but then when I realized that they were going to announce it later, well, first off, this is kind of funny where this customized skin comes from. It comes from the Orange Ranger, Eugene Skullovich. And if you see that there's a customized skin. And he can become a Z Putty. So I don't know if he's actually available. I know that some of these, let's see, hold on. Yeah, it's unavailable right now, but
yeah.
I just think that's the most funniest thing I've ever seen. Because I'll tell you right now, Rick, I can tell you this, and everybody, whoever's watching right now, I was looking to see what character turned into the Z Putty. I literally looked at Rito, because, I thought Rito Revolto, but of course, more likely he would have been a tank.
He's the villain that got rid of the Z Putties.
Yeah, well, basically he replaced. Tangus. Well, he replaced. Yeah, he gave them. You never know what happened to Z Putties. And then I looked at the Putty Patrollers, or the Putties from the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Eugene Skull, and then I'm like, no, because somebody said Putty Ranger, and I'm like, Skull is a Putty Ranger. I'm like, wait, what? And I went there, and there it was. I just thought that was hilarious. So, guys, if you want to download this character from Legacy Wars, if you want to download Poisandra Legacy Wars, and if you want to get the custom skin, that is available on there. But they just announced a new character from the Boom Studio comics.
This is one I thought you were talking about to begin with, then you're like villain, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yep. This was this week, and I gotta say, guys,
I guess technically,
well, he's a hero.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil too much, but I can tell you right now, this one was really cool, and it would be awesome to have this as a Lightning Collection figure. Guys, from Boom Studios, from is it the Recharge series or the Charge to 100? No, it was during Unlimited Power, right?
Yeah. God.
The Altarian War. The Altarian War. That's what this is from.
Altarian War.
Yeah, Altarian War. And here we go. Zordon in his armor.
Yes.
Altarian Warrior. I love this. I love this look. And dude,
part of me is actually tempted to download the game again and try to get this unlocked. But the other part of me is like, yeah, but in order to accomplish that, it'll probably take a little bit of money, and I'm not willing to pay for something that I don't play on a regular basis.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I would love for this to be. I mean, we already have a Lightning Collection Zordon figure, but this would be an awesome Lightning Collection figure. I would love to have something like this. So I was talking to Rick.
Crazy part is Billy actually built this armor suit for Zordon as an apology and to try to get back in good graces with Zordon in the comics after it was revealed that he stole the Dragon Coin from the Command Center database and handed it over to Grace, which is what allowed Matt to become the new Green Ranger.
So, Rick, I think this was with me and you were having a conversation about this yesterday. Was this yesterday, I believe, or the day before that?
It was either yesterday or the day before, because there's an alternate skin for this character too, and you were like, well, what would it be? And it's like, logically, there's only one that it could be.
And
but
we're going to do that right now.
I didn't know the putty being Skull either, so I mean,
and the thing is, I can tell you right now, guys.
Well,
now, before I show this,
right, but
I want to tell you right now, they haven't posted this on any of their social media yet. They haven't posted on their Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. So I've been looking to make sure it's not been posted yet. But guys, they will post it eventually. But you guys get to see it firsthand of what the alternate skin is. Right there, Zordon in his Guardian armor.
Just the way he's pictured there almost makes it look like he's working in a strip club.
Come on, people.
Like he's shaking his hips out. Like, yeah.
We're all
Zordon, the ultimate stripper.
Oh my god, that's terrible. But I gotta tell you though,
Guardian by day, stripper by night.
I give you props for pointing that out, because it's like I didn't put two and two together. I'm like, huh. And I looked into it. I'm like, holy crap, he was right. Yeah, that was good.
Although now they need to give Zed an alternate skin.
Yes, that would be awesome. Ooh, I think I know what would be an awesome alternate skin, but we're not going to get in that.
I'm going to get off of this.
Oh, but I think of something better. But we're going to be talking about that.
Oh,
yeah,
we're
waiting,
that too.
We'll wait for your topic.
Skins for Zed.
We'll wait for the topic to come up, because we're only two topics away from your topic, I believe. Yeah, two. So, Rick, what do you think of these characters that have been added to the roster and these skins? What do you think, man?
Well, like I was saying with Zordon, I'm almost tempted to download the game to see if I can try to get it unlocked, but I don't want to pay the money to buy the crystals to unlock it, and I don't have time to fully play.
Right.
So that is actually like me saying it gets an A+ for Zordon. As for Poisandra, I mean, okay, cool. Another one of Sludge's army and, his wife. So you can now have the two of them together on a team. Yay. Yeah. Whatever. As for the Z Putty being Skull, weird choice. Do they have the regular putty in the game?
I don't know. I don't believe so, but I'll have to look that up later.
Well, let's just hope they don't use Skull for the skin for that as well.
That would be funny.
Because you'd want to be able to have the Z Putty and the regular putty and a Tanga together.
That is very true.
That would be an awesome field. Goldar would probably be the reskin. Winged Goldar would probably be reskinned to be the Tanga. Which actually might be weird if they still include his sword.
Yeah, because they do include their weapons with it, which I do think is kind of interesting. But.
And then as for a regular putty, if they're already using Skull for the Z putty, maybe they can use another Ranger for the regular putty. Or just give us the actual putty as a figure.
I gotta say that I would like for them. I mean, they've been doing very well adding different characters on here and villains
The
and
problem
rangers.
is you can't play Skull and the Z putty at the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
I would.
in that form.
Yeah, I would actually like for them to branch out for villains in other seasons. At this point, 'cause they've done that before. They've been doing that.
Well, they got
I would-
Persandra and Sludge, so there's
Yes.
Dino Charge.
And then I would like for them
They
to
got
even do.
several Mighty Morphin.
I don't know if they have. They don't have Astronema, do they?
I thought
do.
they did.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, I think they do. But I would like for
I
them
think
to do
Astronema was one of the first ones they put in.
possibly,
Fan
yeah.
favorite and all.
So, but
Although
anyway,
giving her a skin to be the Pink Galaxy Ranger would be fun.
yeah, that would be awesome, actually. So, guys, if you want to download this, it's the app. It should. This is available for iOS devices,
Android.
which is, an Android, and go to Google Play or anything to download this game. It's fun if you enjoy these kind of games. So yeah, we'll keep you updated on more news.
I wonder if my
Legacy.
old account still exists on there.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye out for more news on that once it becomes available from the source itself, from Legacy, from Enway, from Power Rangers Legacy Wars. And that's where we get our information. We go to their site. I go to their Facebook page, and we keep up with that stuff. So anyway, so the next topic is our Cincinnati Comic Expo. Now, this is very rarely we talk about guests being there, Power Rangers related, because sometimes they will have Power Rangers there. Sometimes it just depends. Because me and Rick, we
It's
go
hit
there.
miss.
Yeah, me and Rick, we always go there. One day
For a day.
in September. Yep, for a day. One day for a day. And so yeah, I mean, with me and him living in Cincinnati, that's where we met, of course. But with us, living in Cincinnati, there's no point of going more than one day. Even though when we first met, we went 2 days.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. So, but I'll tell you right now, this is cool because one of the this actress that we have seen many times, and she was in the 30th anniversary special, as always. And I think you guys might. And I think you guys know how I'm talking about. And in celebration of the 30th anniversary, we've got Karen Ashley, Aisha Campbell herself. She will be there for all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, yep, guys, definitely. If you guys live in Cincinnati, and you're planning to go to anywhere, I would suggest going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo, even if you're just going for one day.
Or if you're coming to Cincinnati.
Yeah, and it's at the
You're
Duke
more
Energy,
than welcome to go.
Yeah, it's at the Duke Energy Center downtown.
Duke Energy Convention Center.
Duke Energy Convention Center. Thank you. So I do like. So yeah, I mean, me and Rick, we are planning to go one day. We haven't picked the day yet because I know we were either thinking about either Saturday or Sunday. Because Friday, probably out of the question. Because I more likely will be working that day, and Rick will be working that day definitely. And Ryan, I'm trying to. Hopefully, he'll be able to go again. His first time going to the expo was last year, and he really had a good time. And I said to him, like, yo, dude, if you're going to be going to the expo, we're going to Karen Ashley's line. I'm going to introduce you to a Power Ranger. So, but yeah, guys, definitely stop by her table, say hi to her, get an autograph, get a picture, and have a good time. And also, the next guest that was announced that I do plan on either getting a picture with him or getting an autograph, maybe both if I have the money, Guys, you'll recognize him from. He was from the first Indiana Jones movie, but also he was a villain in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, and that is the Ivan Ooze himself, Paul Freeman.
Yeah.
Yes. And but yeah, I mean, I definitely want to meet him, talk to him. I mean, I loved his character. I mean, he was awesome as the main villain for the for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Um, so yeah, that's awesome. He's going to be there. I know that he is planning to be at other conventions too this year. I don't know if we announced him yet. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be at Ranger Stop and Pop this year. That's one of the places he's going to be at. I know that because he wasn't able to make it last year because of unseen reasons. But yeah, so Rick, what do you think of
Unforeseen reasons.
So, what do you think of this announcement for these two, Karen Ashley and Paul Freeman?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm very happy that they're going to be there. So, like I said, guys, I will put a link to the Cincinnati Comic Expo information so you guys can get your passes and everything. So, yep. And next up, guys, we are going to move on to our next topic, which is Ranger Stop and Pop. And these are some new guests that have been announced last week, I believe, or the weeks before. We've got a cast member from Operation Overdrive, and that is Dwayne Cameron, the Mercury Ranger, Tyzon.
Yeah.
He is going to be
there. He was
there.
in Lexington last for the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention.
Yeah, this year in March, and Rick is one that pointed it out, and I didn't know he was there. I'm like, wait, he's here.
We also got Michael
Copon. Yeah, he showed up because I saw him like, when the heck did you guys get here? I don't remember you guys being here. And Rick didn't know about Michael Copon. He knew about.
No, I knew about Michael Copon because I ended up seeing him. I'm the one that told you and the cosplayer, about him.
Oh yeah, the
and she dressed up as Nadira, so that was awesome for her.
And she would, and I asked her, "Did you fangirl out a little bit?" She's like, "Yep, I had a fangirl moment." So I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool for her. And so yeah, he's going to be at Ranger Stop and Pop this year, guys. Like I said, it's in June 16th and 18th, which is next month, and it's going to be at the Sheraton Atlanta Hotel. I could put in the description later for more information on that. So keep an eye out for that. So yeah, and we have one more guest that's going to be at Ranger Stop and Pop Con. They have announced this guy, and you guys know him very well. He was the mentor and the father figure of the Power Rangers, David Fielding, Zordon of Eltar himself. He is going to be at the Ranger Stop and PopCon. And guys, it's always great to meet. It's always great to see David Fielding. He's a great guy. Rick, you have ever talked to David before, or have you just see him passing?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, we had him on once.
That is right. Thanks for reminding me about that. That was one of the greatest experiences. We had David Fielding on one of our episodes, and that was such a great treat. I never expected we would get an actual actor on one of our episodes, and that was awesome. That made the episode so amazing, and it was a lot of, and especially when I told him LR4, may the power protect. I'm like, I love that. I should use that as the sound bit at the end of every episode. That'd be awesome. But oh man, as you guys know, Dave Fielding did his voice in Zordon, He did for the unaired pilot, and then they had
I think
another.
didn't he do the voice for like the first? Didn't they have him record lines for like the first 39 episodes?
Maybe I believe so. And then they had Robert, I believe. I can't remember what his name was. Bob. Yeah, he voiced Zordon after that, and they just used his David Fielding's likeness for that character all the way through up to in space. So, but yeah,
But he allowed them to continue to use his face because of it being so iconic at that point.
Right. And but yeah, but guys, if you've watched Once and Always, it would be awesome if with everything Billy's trying, as you guys know, it's been out for weeks, so it's not really a spoiler considering it's been out for quite some time.
With how many people have watched it, if you haven't seen it, you deserve spoilers.
Yep. So, but anyway, Billy was trying to look for Zordon, as you know. It would be awesome if they would try to find a way to bring back Zordon in Cosmic Fury. That would be awesome. And also have David Fielding reprise his role as Zordon. Without us knowing.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway. But yeah, that's the guest announcements from the Cincinnati Comic Expo and Ranger Stop and PopCon. So now we are in Rick's boom time. So do you got your article set up? So yeah, while he's doing that,
let's see. We're doing June covers first, and then July covers. I take it.
Yes, we're doing
okay.
Issues 109, and then the Power Rangers Unlimited for that one, and then the other one is the yeah. So, you ready?
Just making sure I had them in order.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, let's go. So there you go.
So, with this, Boom Studios. Okay. So this is the main cover for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 9.
109, right?
Yep, 109.
Yep.
His fans eagerly await the epic 30th anniversary of the airing of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The horrifying truth of the vessel finally revealed to Zordon and the Mighty Morphin Rangers. The last person they want to fight shatters their odds of success, but it's not only heroes that clash with each other, villains too, in a brutal battle that will pit former allies against each other and ultimately unearth unburied secrets that readers have been dying to know. Give me a moment here. There we go. Make this easier. This does not actually include a release date. We know it comes out in June. My phone is currently occupied. I'm having to do something else. I'm actually using my computer for this. It will most likely be mid-July for release. Yeah. Because that's when they're coming out right now, is around the middle of the month. So mid-June, we will get issue 109. Give me a moment. So next month. So it'll probably be like the 21st. 14th or 21st, somewhere in there. It's usually like the second to last Wednesday, so 21st is the more accurate date, I would believe. It might be on that Comic Geeks app if you look it up.
They have the news on there too, so let me look on that.
It's I'm actually going to see if my account's on here. It's just It's got to do a 700 megabyte update. So it's only 16% done. Oh, that's how long it's been out. You would think that if I download a fresh copy of the game, it wouldn't need to update right away.
And Legacy Wars
Yeah,
back on.
gone are the days where games don't need to be updated. Yeah, look up Mighty Morphin Power Rangers should be 2022 for to present for it.
Be.
Let me see here. We'll have a release here.
21st.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Variants.
Because that leaves room for the 28th for the next one. But the variants for this, you got the main cover here, and then you got a variant cover, which is really nice artwork. Go ahead.
The variants. This,
yeah,
just a little tease.
Oh yeah.
Tell me. Yes.
Yeah. So I do want to point out something that the comics have shown us. When it comes to male villains, Lord Zed, Ecliptor, the versions we get of them in the show are naked. Like, Ecliptor literally was wearing pants during the comic issue. And now Zed gets a full-out suit. Power Rangers has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Propagating the wrong image to children by having male villains go around naked. Yes, I am joking. I understand that, they're not technically naked, but yeah.
Filleted, obviously.
But the suggestion from the comics suggests that in order to equal this out, they need to have some female villains naked. I recommend possibly Divatox and Astronema. I mean, nobody wants to see Rita, so sorry.
Next variant.
Seeing Rita naked is like seeing your grandmother, and yeah.
Next variant here.
Now this is the first variant cover. Like I said, really nice artwork. You got Dark Spectre in the background. Rita is Mistress Vile. Just look at that electric work. The clouds, the mind-controlled Rangers. Oh, yeah. And, yeah. Looks alien. Then, we got another artwork, another variant cover. Trini Kwan, the Yellow Omega Ranger. Yes, I am going to have to try to find this cover. Yeah. I really wish this was foil because it would be so much better. But definitely got to try to find this. I can't wait for us to finally get the Omega Rangers and Lightning Collection. Now, will that be in the next couple waves or will it be 10 years from now? Don't know. But I will tell you, I will be buying them. We can't hear you. Haven't been able to hear you for a while. It's actually been kind of nice.
Is that better?
Yes.
So, with that said, I was going to say something. God, I don't. Maybe my AirPods just because they're very low. That could be the reason. But
Probably.
so, like I was going to say, I mean, you weren't able to hear me during the convention talk, or you were?
Convention talk, I believe we were.
Okay.
It was
You
only
were.
after we got into the comics we lost you.
Okay, all right. So, anyway, now before Rick goes on to the next part of his topic, I mean, he's got a lot to talk about because I added a lot of the comics that are coming out here in June and July. So, let me get this out very quick. So, according to this one guy from Tokyo Topics, he said that he had some news from a source. Now, this hasn't been announced just physically from Hasbro yet, but we're supposed to be getting a 4-pack of the Omega Rangers in a Lightning collection.
Yes, with Cree or whatever her name is the blue instead of the cat.
Kia, I think that's what that character's name is.
Yeah.
Kia. Yeah, she's supposed to, and they're not going to include head sculpts for it, not head portrait sculpts. So,
I mean,
it's
it's unfortunate, but we do have several. We have a few trainee, we have a few Zach, we have a few. We have 2 trainee head sculpts. I wish we had more.
We actually have 3, counting the comic.
Oh, the remastered. That's right.
Not just remastered. The comic is well. You said it, yeah. So
yeah, we have the 2 swap 2-pack. We have the individual, and then we have the remastered.
Right. So let's go ahead and get into the next part of this topic. This is another June release. Rick, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And guys, before we go on to this, I am very excited about this. I do love these comics.
Oh yeah, I love this one because we're returning to the world of the coinless. Power Rangers Unlimited, the coinless. As if the medium spanning fan favorite villain Draken wasn't enough of a threat, Mistress Vile has special plans. Ones that will bring the Rangers' greatest foe into our world. But scheming isn't without consequences for Draken. And he'll have to take a page from the Book of Zordon if he wants the world of the coinless to survive. But who would be unhinged enough to join his team? As if they have a choice.
No.
In anticipation of the monumental 30th anniversary of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger franchise, acclaimed Dead Maul and Dark Crystal Age of Resistance author Adam Caesar teams up with Mighty Morphin artists, I don't even know how to pronounce this person's name, to present the last Rangers anyone would want to be that fans don't know they need. So it sounds like, hey, Hasbro, more Lightning Collection product. So this is, I mean, we get from the cover, it gives us an idea of who might be joining Lord Draken. You have Scorpina, Zach,
That's
Trini.
Commander Scorpina, right?
Yes.
Okay,
That is actually, that Scorpina if you read the entire Shattered Grid arc, is Scorpina from right after Green with Evil from the main continuity.
Yeah, I need to go back and read these comics. I haven't had a chance to.
Because there's actually a flashback scene that she remembers where Draken tells her about Rita falling in battle.
Huh.
How his Rita fell in battle, not hers.
Yep.
Then, of course, you got Zach of the Coinless. You have Trini of the Coinless. You have Ranger Slayer, Kimberly Ann Hart of the Coinless universe. Then right behind her is the long thought to be dead Jason Lee Scott of the Coinless universe. But you have how did you pronounce her name again?
Kia, I believe.
Kia.
I think.
Well, this one is the former Blue Omega Ranger.
I'll have to look that up. Make sure
she is from the main continuity universe of the comics. The former Blue Omega Ranger. We know she's actually from the main continuity universe, based on a scene from the issue of Mighty Morphin that just came out this month. So this is going to be an interesting team, because people were wondering who was going to be, a Blue Ranger for Draken's team. Well, Now we know. The question is, what color Ranger will Scorpina be?
That is a good question. So let's go ahead into the next variant.
Yes. Oh.
And that would be
the Ranger Slayer Golden Armor.
Yep. They called her the Queen Ranger Slayer, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, the Queen form.
Yes.
Still want this as a Lightning Collection figure. He's so awesome to have. I don't care if they include a head sculpt or not, a portrait head sculpt. I would just, I don't care at this point. I would just love to have the figure.
Yes.
It would just be awesome to have this. I love the design of it.
It would definitely be awesome to actually get that as a Lightning Collection figure. And I would want them to include a
portrait head sculpt?
Yes, because they should have done with the original.
True.
But at the time, they were debating back and forth on comic ones. Even though they did do Draken, they're like, maybe we shouldn't. And it was a big mistake. So if they release this, they have to do a Kimberly head sculpt.
Well, I think with Draken, considering Jason A. Frank did do
a live action version,
promotion for Shattered Grid, they were able to use those head sculpts for both, his Evolution 1 and then Evolution 3.
Yeah.
Since we never got Evolution 2 released as a figure.
Well, we never got Evolution 1 either. You have his main form, then he evolved 1, 2, and 3 times. Right. He had the samurai form, the Zeo looking form, and then the final form.
Right. And I think the Zeo.
So although it's Evolution 3, it is the 4th form of Lord Draken.
Yeah, his very final. Well, but yeah. So anyway, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that's it for that. Yep. So there's that variant. And the one main cover is the one that was the first one.
Yes, the main cover was the first one. This is another good cover. I mean, it's amazing. I love the artwork.
If you wanted to say this, I gotta say this. She's kind of like the Mandalorian of Power Rangers. If you want to go
for the Coinless universe, yes.
Yeah. This is the way. So, Rick, do you have an idea of when this is going to be released next month?
That will be released on the 28th, 1 week after Power Rangers 109.
Okay, I figured that. So, all right. So
Cool.
now, go ahead.
Oh,
So moving right along, we've got
July.
Yep, we got the July issues and
And so the first one will be released the 19th. And that is Power Rangers 110.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and show that up here.
Yep.
So, are you sure? It says right here on here, it says July 26th.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe I'm looking.
Huh. Maybe. I don't know why when that would be the fourth Wednesday instead of the third. But okay. If the app's saying the 26th, that's probably accurate.
Well, it says on Ranger Wikia, so they might have gotten the dates confused, maybe.
Give me a second, man.
But anyway, while you're doing that, why don't you go ahead and look at the description, read that off, and then we'll go from there.
No, you're right. It is going to be on on July 26th.
Yep.
I also found out why it's moved to May 26th instead. I'll tell you in a little bit.
Okay.
But
is that a spoiler? Because I don't want to spoil anything.
It is, but we're going to have it come up here shortly. It is part of today's broadcast, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, geez.
Or no, I don't know. But anyways, Power Rangers Mighty Morphin 110. Zed and the Mighty Morphin Rangers working together. If they're going to have a shot at defeating Mistress Vile, you better believe it. But Mistress Vile has an army on her side in the desperate fight for Safe Haven. And as leaders and heroes collide, a well-kept secret of the mysterious island on Earth houses the darkest consequences imaginable for the grid itself. So predictions. The well-kept secret mysterious island on Earth is the island for Malagor. You know, the
Island of Maranthius.
Yes. Dark Spectre's twin brother.
Or something like that.
Divatox's fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it his son? I don't know.
I think because if you're going by the comic of Era of Darkness, because he had a human form and then he became that monster apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have to look. I've read bits and pieces of it, not fully through, just the character description on Morphin Legacy.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead with this.
So now we got the main cover here, which is nice, but you should see some of these variant covers here.
You ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah. Draken. This is just an awesome cover.
Yeah. Now, before you say anything else, guys, have you heard, I've talked about this before, how Jason A. Frank really was not a big fan of this character because certain reasons. We're not going to go into details about that. This was from Aaron Schoenke, that personal friend of Jason's and the director of Legend of the White Dragon. And, but oh no, I loved this character. He was very iconic. He was a very perfect version of Tommy in the comics. It's a shame that they would have never done anything with his character inside in the television series universe. It would have been awesome, but hey. So you ready for the next variant?
Sure. Mistress Vile. Oh, just another beautiful cover.
Yes, and I gotta tell you, I would love to have her as a Lightning Collection figure.
Yes.
Another Lightning Collection figure.
Considering I'm pretty sure that's actually supposed to be the comic version of the Zeo Crystal at its current point.
Nice. And next up,
Oh yeah,
guys, we finally know what that design and suit is.
the Z Ranger. Lord Zed as a Power Ranger. Yeah.
And I love now before you continue. Sorry, Rick, I don't mean to cut you off, but can we just talk about his morpher right here? Can we just talk about his belt buckle? Oh
I mean,
God.
it literally looks like someone just said, "Hey, you know that the backside of the Power Morpher? Yeah, here."
I just my thing is it's like, dude, this guy loves his initial so much he wants to include it on his suit. He's like, nah, if I'm gonna be a ranger, I want to include my name. I want to be known as the Z Ranger. So,
Yes.
so anyway, yeah, but this is an awesome cover. I love this. So when does this issue come out again, Rick?
This is the last week of July. It does actually come out on the 26th.
Yeah.
What we're about to get into comes
Can I
out
say
on the
something?
19th.
Yep. Let me say this. So, guys,
Nate
before
is thrilled with this. I am not necessarily a fan.
but I'll tell you right now, guys, I have been talking about this for quite some time, and I've been saying this would
And
be
annoying
awesome.
me.
Yep, I've been saying this, and I was going to ask the specific writer and the person that came up with this to what if she would consider turning this into either a comic book series or even just a one shot off. And when this popped up, I was like, okay. So, and this is the reason why that title for this episode is Hyperforce Ready, Power Up. And here you go, Rick.
Yeah. So, Power
And I think
Rangers
Rick's putting
Unlimited.
I think Rick's putting his resignation after this episode.
Oh, I already handed that to you a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I never got the email. It might be missing somewhere now. Where'd you go? Oh, there you go.
So, Power Rangers Unlimited Hyperforce #1. Celebrate the 30th anniversary as prolific Power Ranger storyteller Melissa Flores and acclaimed writer, media personality, and voice of Hyperforce Pink in Hyperforce RPG, Megan Camerani.
Yep.
I probably mispronounced that. Bring the fan favorite Hyperforce Rangers from the screen to the page for their first dedicated full-length story since their morphonomical first season. Mistress Vile, formerly known as Rita Repulsa, and Dark Spectre have invaded the morphing grid. But it will take far more than just the Mighty Morphin and Omega Rangers to stop them. As the dark contingent spreads and puts the Rangers in their most vulnerable state yet, the Hyperforce Rangers will have to scour the multiverse for as many unexpected allies as they can while they're pushed to their limits. And let's just hope they break. Maybe Mistress Vile will win on that one. Wipe them from existence.
Oh dear God. So it
I'm
looks
not a fan of Hyperforce.
obviously.
Sorry,
So
but
I do think it's interesting.
I
That
will still unfortunately get this just because it is still part of the storyline.
Yep. And let's see. So it's interesting they only have 5 of the Rangers on there instead of the 6. But Rick, this is the main cover, right?
Yes, that is the main cover. And the first variant cover here is probably the one I'll go with.
Which I find very strange that they went with that variant cover. Because didn't we already get that at one point?
Yes.
So it's basically a re-release.
Well, yes and no, because I believe this will be closer to like trade paperback size, if I remember right.
Okay.
Give me a moment here. I'm going to find this again. Format cover. With its higher price tag, yes, it is. It's going to be like one of the small paperbacks that we've got, like Soul of the Dragon, stuff like that.
Okay.
Its price is going to be $8.
Oh, okay.
The Green Ranger, that cover right there is foil. It's going to be a foil cover.
Yes.
And it's $10. So I'm actually going to end up paying a little more for a comic that includes a team I'm not a fan of, just because I like the cover.
Yeah. So next up, you ready for the next variant?
Yeah.
Now,
so this cover.
Go ahead.
Is the next variant. You got a black and gold alpha. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. That's probably the Hyperforce alpha, ain't it? Considering it's with Hyperforce pink. But at the end of the day, the Evil Green Ranger cover is still the better.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Hold on, I gotta mute my mic. So, yeah. So as Rick said, black and gold alpha. I can tell you this: this is not Alpha 5. This is a different alpha number because this is set in the future. These Rangers are from the future, and Jen is involved with being, came up with this, the Hyperforce division for Time Force. In Time Force, the Hyperforce division. And they have an alpha in there, and that is Alpha 55. They had this version.
I ain't gonna lie, that version of Alpha, I could see me getting as a Lightning Collection figure.
Yeah.
Just because, it's black and gold Alpha.
And you know what's funny about that, though? They did release a Funko Pop version of that. And also they released something that came with a loot crate, Power Rangers, back then. I can't remember when it was. During the time they had Hyperforce. And they included the black and gold Alpha 5 holding the ice cream cone with a bunch of the Ranger colors. But yeah, that was – so, Rick, what would you like to say before we sign off? Before you sign off,
officially support your local comic book shops, support the small businesses, support the paper copy. Just definitely do that. Plus, yesterday was Free Comic Book Day, so hopefully everyone got out. And give me 1 second here.
Just go ahead and show one of the comics.
Oh, that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
Hopefully, everyone got out and got their copy of Ranger Academy.
That thing is so long. I didn't expect the comic to look that long when I saw pictures of that. It looks awesome.
Well, I mean, compared to a phone.
Well, I mean, it's longer than it looked longer to me because I guess the cover's longer.
Yeah. But no. It's a full out comic.
And I know that's supposed to be issue 0. It's supposed to be a preview, right?
Yes. To be continued in Ranger Academy #1.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, Rick.
Again, support your local comic book shops. Support small businesses. And support the paper copy. And hopefully y'all got Ranger Academy free comic book day special because yeah.
Give me 1 sec again. Sorry, guys. I need to figure something out for tomorrow because I'm going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with my mom and my brother-in-law. So let me just hold on.
So who's paying? You. They're gonna make you pay since you now make more money. Yes, I joke. It's all in good fun.
So, before we move on, before we get in this, and I do my outro as usual, I wanted to show, because Rick was just talking about this app, and this really helps out people that can look for comics. Because Rick, how long ago did you find this app, Rick?
Oh God. What, a year or two ago?
Yes. And this app is called Comic Geeks. Now, what you do is you create your own account. It doesn't cost anything to create an account, but if you're going to buy something, then you're going to have to add your card on there later. Basically, you're going to buy them through that, right?
Yep.
So what you do is, like for example, this helps out tremendously with me trying to look for comics for Power Rangers because it helps me keep track of what I'm reading and what I haven't read. So basically, they have an option for right here. They have an option for comics that you own, and then comics to read that you've already read, issues you've already read in the comics, and then I believe I haven't read any. Okay, yeah. So the comics that I've already read are already listed on there, and then one of them is Wanted. And you go to that and just it's basically has your wish list and everything on there. So yeah, this is a really good app. It helps you with your comics, whether it's Power Rangers or Marvel or DC, any type of comic. So holy God!
So as you can tell, I have a whole lot more than Nate does.
Yeah, because I'm only going for Power Rangers. I don't really collect Marvel. I like Marvel.
This also gives you access to the releases. New release, you can break it down by provider or do all publishers. This also includes things that you would necessarily not imagine would be comic related, like One Piece and Naruto. This actually has the Sailor Moon mangas in it. And Nate muted himself. So yes, this actually includes all kinds of stuff in it. You can look it up under their search feature.
Mm-hmm.
Keep track of what you want, what you've read, what you have. And what's even cooler is under the stats, it'll actually give you estimated value for what you have and do a breakdown of top publishers like DC, Marvel, Boom Studios. I have 209 Boom Studios issues. Essentially everything released for Power Rangers so far.
So where do you have to, how do you do the stats on here?
So under the collection thing?
Yeah. My Comics or something?
Yeah, you tap on there.
Okay.
And then up at the top, you have the 3 selections here. Browse, activity, which will show what you've recently added. And then stats, which is what produces that. Yeah. Now, one thing that's cool is you can literally view comics that you currently have and comics. So like this is just what I have. Yes, I know I'm showing off, but
That's
people
fine.
will be okay with that. Because what they're seeing there is the second option is a haven't read. And yes, that is Action Comics #1. It's a reprint, don't worry. I wish I had an original, but I go with what I can get.
So anyway, with that said, that's the end of our episode of episode 185. I did come up with the title for episode 186. I did have a poll on the group, on our group private group chat on for LR4 to get an idea of what to call it. So I got that set up. We don't have a date just yet for when we're going to do this episode, because I mean we have some topics and everything picked out. Nice.
Yeah. So like this includes manga.
Right. So we'll be doing that, and hopefully we'll have some more information, more stuff for Rick's topic, for Boom, for Rick's Boom time and everything. So Rick, again, go ahead. As you said.
Again, support your local comic book shops, support the small businesses, support the paper copy, because this is so much easier to read when you don't have a backlight in your face.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely support paper copy.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute your mic, or you can just mute your mic, and I'll go ahead and do my outro here. So, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate this. I'm gonna be looking for more topics for the next episode.
Onlypants.com.
Oh dear God, Rick. So we have more topics to talk about on episode 186. So and as Rick says, he's not a big fan of Hyperforce. I know there's a good amount of people that loved Hyperforce and the storyline. I loved it for the storyline. The RPG thing, that made it go over a little too much, but I do love the storyline, and I look forward to seeing this Unlimited comic that's going to be coming out in July. And more likely it's going to be included in one of the volumes, or possibly maybe, I don't know, but I'll have to keep an eye out for that. So with that said, guys, make sure you like our Facebook page. Make sure you guys subscribe to the this YouTube channel. And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Yes, we have a Twitter and an Instagram, of course. And
on OnlyPalms.
Oh dear God, he's still trying to make that a thing. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, it's morphin' time. Say bye, Rick.
Damn mute button won't undo.
Later. And here
Have
is the
fun.
title for next episode.
Rangers never give up. Screw this. I give up.
All right.
10 years of